Voy a comenzar ahora a transmitir nuestro gran programa hoy, Emprendedores por el Mundo Internacional, con una gran y compartirles una hermosa reflexión. Planta en ti todo aquello que quieres florecer en los demás. Buenas tardes para Latinoamérica, buenas noches para Europa. Hoy nos acompaña como coanfitriona Mila Simunu desde España, la doctora Yolanda María Jorge y su Majestad la Reina Nadia Harihiri desde Francia. Buenas tardes y buenas noches para todas.
Buenas tardes. Muchas gracias por estar aquí en tu programa y con tan cálidas amigas, a Mila, a la Reina Nadia Harihiri y claro, muchísimo cariño para ti por la oportunidad de poder compartir esta entrevista.
Gracias. Pues le quiero dar paso a Mila, que va a estar conduciendo el programa en esta hermosa tarde, noche y donde quiera que nos estén viendo. Gracias.
Muchas gracias, Yanira. Encantada de estar aquí con tu comunidad y muchas gracias a la Reina Nadia Harihiri y a Yolanda por acompañarnos. Voy a hacer una breve introducción de quién es la Reina Nadia Harihiri. Su Alteza es una apasionada de la educación gratuita de alta calidad para todos y a través de su organización Success World One y sus socios globales trabaja para ayudar a todo el mundo a tener educación, tecnología y otras oportunidades al alcance de todos. Y con este trabajo que realiza, pues estamos aquí para saber más cómo quiere ayudar a la humanidad y crear un entorno sostenible para todos. Welcome, Your Highness Queen Nadia Harihiri. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Mila. Hi, Yanira, Dr. Yanira, and Dr. Yolanda. Thank you for inviting me. I am fine. Thank you again for inviting me. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you. Thank you.
Voy a traducir los idiomas y la reina nos dice muchísimas gracias por la oportunidad y que encantada está de estar aquí con nosotras para poder hablar y hacer las preguntas. Right, Queen Nadia, Yanira was saying that she loves the work that you've been doing. She loves the idea of your organization, and she understands that your goal is to bring to all people free education, restore humanity, and create a sustainable environment. So now her question for you is, how are you hoping to achieve this with Success World One? How do you plan out the future of Success World One?
Yeah, you mean for the education or the planification of everything?
The education and everything else, but we can start with the education. Empezamos con la educación.
Okay, Success World One was born in the 22 June 2020.
Success World One nació en junio de 2020.
Yes.
En 2020.
22 June 2020.
El 22 de junio de 2020.
Sí. It was during the period of COVID, you know?
Durante el periodo de COVID.
Yes. So, Success World One, when I have seen people, I will speak directly, and you will translate. So yes, at the first time why I have created Success World One, I just want to inform all of you that Success World One, this name was given to me 16 years ago, and I put it aside, and I was just waiting the opportunity to open it. It's you will make a summary of all what I was saying. But why I have created this Success World One during the period of COVID, it was one night in the midst of the night, and I received a video in one group. I can't remember who sent me this video. And in this video, I could see one man eating the food of dogs. I can assure you that that day, it was killing me. I started to cry and cry. And I said, see, this man is eating food. This man is eating food of dogs. And in the street, he's homeless. And it's in America. So what about the rest of the world? The giant America has a lot of homeless people living in the street, eating food of dogs and all that. So what is the rest of the world? I started to cry, and I remember that man. I remember that man. Just like one voice told me, it's time. I was praying and I said, God, please, what we have to do, see what is going on to the world. We are in lockdown, we are in very big trouble, so what to do? And I had within me this voice saying, it is the time for successful one to be born. Okay, then I started, the same night I started to create Successful One, making the ideas and all that. Then it's like I was so guided by God, and I have seen different projects, different departments, the Department of Education, mental health, economy, and different departments that was just coming to my mind, and everything was done. So I was just noting everything. Now regarding the education, the free education, why I am fighting for free education, and why I have created also Successful One Academy, the academy of the people and for the people. This is important. When during this period of COVID, all the private sectors, they could receive an education online, you know. So the children who paid the school, they could be online. They can continue their education, but the rest, they had to stay at home, and the school was closed and all that. So I was thinking, oh, education is not only for rich people or people who have paid, because the schools are closing. Let me bring the schools to your home. And this is how I created Successful One Academy, bringing all the people from around the world. And I sent to call to all the professors and all that, if they are interested to teach not only the children, but to teach humanity. And this period of COVID was an amazing period for us. Why? Because we could develop the digital education. Then we could bring a lot of people together and be connected all over the world. So it was time not only to educate children, but to educate humanity. What about teaching English to people who don't know English? What about teaching in Arabic language? What about teaching something, you know, like you were also you, Mila, you are also part of Successful One Academy. What about teaching the branding and all that, or the design, graphics? So we were teaching all that, because the system of education, actually, I believe it is in failure, you know. And by fighting, I am really, really fighting for free education for everyone, because I want to bring and give a chance to everyone to receive the same education all over the world. So people from Africa, people from different countries, underdeveloped countries, when they're coming here in Europe, going to Canada or developed countries, they're coming with their degrees they want to practice. So you are a doctor in your country, and you come here in Europe, and they are telling you, oh, I'm sorry, you don't have the level. You have to study 2 years more. So it happened to good friends of mine, one coming from Tunisia, a dentist, another one, a big doctor from Morocco. And this is what happened to them. So imagine. So what does it mean? That the level of education is not the same? What does it mean when you are practicing in your country and coming in developed country? You don't have the level, you have to study 2 years more. So I was saying, let's focus on free education. And I was fighting, making some agreement with the different universities. I even made agreement with Liverpool. I will announce that also to our people, successful one. I made an agreement with Rockfield College of Science and Technology, where they can also teach and recognize our certificate. We are waiting some accreditation from different governments. We are working with also different professors from Sorbonne. You know, the big university all over the world, from Delhi college, in Bangladesh, in Pakistan. We made some agreement with also Africa and all that. My target in that, you see, when I have seen that Africa is, and most of the countries they are sending their children here in Europe. They are sponsoring them. The government sometimes is sponsoring them. They arrive here, they study, and the problem is that they look for a job and they stay here or they stay in the country. That it's a big lack for the country, the origin country. Why? Why? Because instead of developing these countries, their countries, they stay here. So this is, I feel that it's like a pity, because we are working on development, sustainable development. You understand? So when we see that Africa is suffering more than 500 years of misery, slavery, and all that, why not to just invest in education? Invest, yes, go back to the country, when you are graduating. So this is why I found this digital education is something very amazing, because, you know, you have just, for example, we made an agreement with Liverpool, UK. So all people who are going through Successful One, they have 50% discount, because and they can pay in 2 parts also. And this is very important, because it means that you can study in your country. You don't need to move. You have graduation from the biggest university in the world and recognize. You understand? And that it's just, I don't want to see the underdeveloped countries losing the elite class, the intelligent people, the people who can develop the country, the people who can change the country, because they are all going outside at the foreign countries, they study and they stay there. So all their knowledge, all their skills are a plus for the country where they are, the country that is already developed. You understand? And I believe that the underdeveloped country, if we help them, if we bring the education at the same level, high quality education for everyone equally, trust me, we won't face any more this trouble. Never anymore, never. So I want to focus on this pre-education. And I continue to make different agreements with different colleges, with different skills, with different universities, to give some skills to our children all over the world, because Latino America needs us, India needs us, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all Africa, and even here in Europe. And it's a pity to know that even here in Europe, you have some people who don't even know how to write their name, to write or read their name, you know, and that is the truth. So let's focus all together and change the world through education. The education should be a high quality education and free for the people who can't take it. Sponsored by the government. It has to be recognized not only as a human rights statute, as a defined rights statute. This is what I think.
Thank you so much. It is a passion of yours. We can see that. I shall resume it as much as I can. Voy a dar un breve resumen de, como podéis ver, para la Reina Nadia es su pasión tener educación gratuita para todo el mundo. Y nos comentaba que hace 16 años le vino el nombre Success World One, pero lo dejó y hasta que nos vino todo del COVID y tal, es cuando una noche viendo un documental se vio a un hombre comiendo comida de perros y se puso a reflexionar diciendo cómo puede ser que en los tiempos que vivimos hoy en día, teniendo de todo, todavía hay personas que tienen que ir a buscar comida y no tener nada. Entonces se puso a reflexionar, pidió a Dios ayuda y es cuando empezaron a surgir ideas y de tantas ideas empezó a crear estos proyectos, de lo cual tenemos la parte de educación, que es su pasión, la otra parte que es lo de salud mental, que también lo vamos a hablar, la clínica, y otros proyectos para ayudar a todo el mundo que lo quiere y que puede obtener esto gratuitamente. La Academia Success World One es para la gente y está hecho para la gente. Es muy importante. Y lo que quiere conseguir es que hay educación para todo el mundo, porque también se ha notado que alguien que viene desde África a Europa o a Estados Unidos, alguien que viene desde Latinoamérica y se cambia de sitio, puede ser que ha estado trabajando como médico, como ingeniero, pero a cambiar, de repente le dicen, no puedes trabajar en lo que has estudiado. Tienes que hacer 2, 3 años más y puede ser que no tienen el dinero para hacer más estudios, pero han trabajado 8, 10 años en eso, tienen la experiencia. Entonces, lo que ahora se ha creado son convenios y certificados y acreditaciones con muchas universidades de muy alta calidad con el propósito de ayudar a las personas a poder acceder y tener la educación sin tener que dejar su país y estudiar y prepararse antes de hacer cualquier cambio. Otra cosa que ha notado la Reina es que aunque la juventud se viene a Europa o Estados Unidos a estudiar, a ver un cambio de vida, a vez de volver a sus países para ayudarles a mejorar, a crecer y tal, se quedan donde han estudiado porque tienen más posibilidades de trabajar y otro estilo de vida. ¿Y qué pasa? En África, en Asia, en Latinoamérica se pierde gente de muy alta calidad para poder ayudar a estos países a crecer y ser más fuertes. Y por eso la idea de poder tener la educación libre para todos y que sean de alta calidad. Y uno de los convenios que tiene ahora, que se va a anunciar próximamente, es con la Universidad de Liverpool, que va a ser muy interesante con los cursos que van a estar disponibles. Y creo que lo más importante para la Reina Nadia es que hasta la gente sin recursos pueden llegar a tener estas clases online porque tiene una manera especial para poder ofrecerlo a las escuelas remotas. Y eso en resumidas cuentas. Voy a hacer la siguiente pregunta que Yanira me había pasado. I will ask you the next question, Queen. Yanira, como coach y mentora de autoestima, ayuda tanto a mujeres y hombres porque la sociedad está compuesta por ambos géneros. Y ha leído que en uno de los discursos de la Reina Nadia, donde dijo, hemos creado una conciencia basada en el ego. ¿Y por qué hemos creado eso? Hemos cambiado completamente nuestro entorno. Y también tiene aquí una frase de Mahatma Gandhi que decía, cuando el ego muere, el alma despierta. Entonces, la pregunta de Yanira es, ¿cómo podemos decirle adiós al ego? ¿Y cómo podemos encontrar el punto de equilibrio para permitir reconocer nuestra verdadera identidad y tomar acción con un propósito de vida que sea más empático para la sociedad? I will translate. Yanira, as a coach and mentor of self-esteem to both men and women, because she says society is made up of both genders, she believes that we must work together as one, just as you do as well. And she said that she read one of your speeches where you stated, we have created an ego-based consciousness. And because we've created that, we have completely changed our environment. And she quoted Mahatma Gandhi saying, when the ego dies, the soul awakens. How would you explain how to say goodbye to the ego or find a balance to allow us to recognize our true identity and become more empathetic and more purposeful in society? What would you say?
Yes, thank you, Yanira, for this wonderful question. I love this question.
Le ha encantado la pregunta.
Gracias. Thank you.
I said, sí, muchas gracias. Before to answer this question and how to escape the ego, let's first explain what is the ego. Because people, they don't know. And people, they are fighting against their ego, but they don't understand really what is it. So the reality is the ego. You cannot live without the ego in this matter, because the ego, you are living in this matter thanks to this ego. Why? Because it's your personal representation. Es tu cuerpo, es tu personalidad. So, física personalidad. It doesn't mean that it's your true self. No, it is part of yourself. All right. So yes, I said this, we are living and we are stuck. Yes, we are stuck in a consciousness of ego. Why? Because people, they are focused on all what is material around them. They are focused on their beauty, their physical things. They are focused on their color. They are focused on their religion and all that. They forgot their real identity. And this is why we are facing some wars. We are even facing ridiculous things of changing your physical body, putting big, that it's a problem with the ego. You have problem, we all have problem with our real identity. We identify ourselves to something which is out exterior to ourselves, because our true self, if I ask you who you are, you will tell me, I am Mila, I am Yolanda, I am Yanira. That it is only the projection of who you are, but it's not you. It's not you. So when you are most focused on what is outside of you, you are letting this personality, physical personality, controlling you, manipulating you. And what is doing the ego? What is doing this personality? Fighting all the time. Fighting all the time. So when you understand your real identity, that you are soul, that you are mind, that you are spirit, and the spirit is controlling the body. The body is only an extension of the spirit. Or let's say, better say, the body is an expression of the mind. So it's like you are letting something that is just your projection controlling you. You see? So this is what we call the ego. So this ego, yes, if we let it die, we have to understand and really, really understand that the ego is your physical identity. It's the truth. But when we say let's kill the ego, it means let's control, because you know the ego is your, let's say, we are coming here like in copper, in this energy electromagnetic. You understand? That we call good or bad. There's no good or bad. There's electric and magnetic. All right? There's, we said black and white. Everything came in copper. Everything came in copper. So the ego is in copper with your real identity, like the body is in copper with your spirit, your soul. You understand? So without the ego, you cannot survive in this matter. But you don't need to let him controlling you. You understand? You have to be in control of all your life. And when you have this ego starting to control you, you recognize him immediately. You understand? When there is anger, there is hatred, all spirit, revenge, gossip, and all that. It cannot come from the light. It is coming from your other side. Governed, powered, controlled, led by your ego. So when we say kill the ego, it means not kill it physically, but make the unity within yourself. So when you have this part of darkness within you, just increase, improve the light, the love that you have within you, and the light. When the light on, the darkness doesn't exist anymore. I'm telling you. So this is how you are killing your ego. So it is really important to just observe your thought, observe your emotion, observe around you, and you will understand if you are controlled by your ego or not. You will understand if you are sleeping in your consciousness or stuck in the consciousness of the ego. When you realize that, when you are observing in silence, just observe. When you see that, I can assure you, you will realize a lot of things. And from that moment, when you start observing, you are already in process of changing and discovering who you are, your real identity. You are spirit. You are spirit. And the spirit has no limitation. The spirit has no color. The spirit has no religion. All what is troubling us now, if you realize who you are really, what is your source, you will not see the rest like before. Your perception will change. Your perception. Don't expect to change the world like that. Oh, I want to make peace. I will move for peace. It's not working like that. The spiritual people and people who really understood, they are not fighting the exterior side. They are fighting the interior. It's a spiritual battle. It's not a physical battle. You understand? So this is why I told you to just observe. Because when you see around you a lot of people fighting and gossip, hatred, and all that, you know immediately that there's something wrong within you. Why? Even if it's around you, you have something wrong within you. Why? Because there's a cause to everything. You will never have this reflection in your space if you have not something to understand within yourself. You see? So this is why it's important to observe around you. And then you will realize, oh, I have that to correct. I have that to correct. And slowly, slowly, this is how we are changing the world. This is how we can really hope for peace, for prosperity, and build on sustainable development and even beyond. If we copy the nature, if we observe how the nature is working, trust me, and we copy and we take it as an example, we'll build beyond sustainability, trust me. But if you don't observe, there's no chance to really change and to understand.
Thank you so much. Let me try and give a brief resume of it. Voy a intentar dar un resumen breve, lo he escrito aquí. La pregunta de qué es el ego, pues lo ha explicado súper bien y decía que el problema es que no entendemos qué es el ego, si forma parte de nosotros. Y la realidad es que es parte de nuestra personalidad. Lo único que no tomamos el tiempo para parar, tomar silencio y observar. Observar no hacia afuera, sino hacia adentro. ¿Cuáles son nuestros pensamientos, nuestras emociones y por qué lo tenemos? Y desde adentro trabajar para mejorar. Porque dice, todo que vemos lo proyectamos. Entonces, tenemos que tomar el tiempo para parar, reflexionar y preguntarnos por qué estamos viendo lo que estamos viendo, qué hay dentro de nosotros, para qué aparecen esas cosas. Dice, tanto la paz y todo que queremos en este mundo para que sea mejor, tenemos que empezar nosotros mismos primero. Y también nos explicó la importancia del amor, de querer a nosotros, de querer a los otros y tomar tiempo para tener silencio y escuchar lo que dice nuestro subconsciente y nuestro consciente. Y como siempre dice, empieza desde adentro. No mires para afuera, sino qué es lo que nos hace a nosotros mismos. Voy con la siguiente pregunta de Yanira, que es sobre la Clínica de Salud Mental gratuita, donde Yanira estaba preguntando cómo esta Clínica de Salud Mental tiene expertos y psicólogos para ayudar a superar sus miedos y ansiedades y dudas. ¿Cómo pueden las personas acceder a esta ayuda y si es disponible para Latinoamérica? So I'll ask you the next question that Yanira had, which was, as we know, you have a part which is the free mental health clinic, where you have health experts, psychologists to help people with their fears, anxieties, and doubts. And you started all this with the COVID, because that created a lot of anxiety also for people. Now, she asked, how can people access this online clinic? And is it also available for Latin America?
Thank you for the question, Yanira. Yes, this mental health clinic was created, yes, during the period of COVID. Why I have created it? Because during the period of COVID, first of all, we lost several people. And I have seen that different people lost their family. And the most dramatical things, the big drama, is that they have seen some young people in big panic. And they were losing their job. And this was sad. This was sad because they were lost, you know. So I was thinking how to help these people all over the world in big panic. Our brothers and sisters, our children from around the world, they are in big panic. How to help them during this period of COVID, where everyone is stuck at home, where everyone cannot even go and see their family in the hospital, or go and bury his family in respect of the tradition and all that. So everyone was in a very big trouble. So this is why I called all the psychologists. It started from one of my friends, her daughter. She had big problems, depression, severe depression, and she tried to suicide once. You know, it was very difficult for her mother and for myself, because I was trying to speak to her all the time. Then I called also another big psychologist, Dr. Kalita, to help me, and Professor and Dr. Olwatini, and we were trying to help these people. Then I was thinking, and I said, why not to create a mental health clinic where I will bring all the psychologists from around the world, where I will bring the expert in mental health, the people who have experience and all that. So we are giving a free consultation to everyone in once or twice per month. So, and we have an amazing team of psychologists from India, from UK, from America, from South Africa, and Europe. It's just amazing, because they're all with us. They understood the importance and the emergency of the situation, because in every family you have these kind of things, not only because of COVID, but domestic violence, financial problems, all these kind of things. You sometimes you can't even go to sleep. You have too much. Your mind is giving you too much noise. You know, you have these thoughts disturbing you. You can't sleep and all that. So all these kind of things are part of mental health. All what is touching the mental, all what is disturbing you, is part of the mental. And when you don't have, when you are disturbed, when you are not feeling mentally, I can assure you that all the rest will follow. Because at every bad thought, negative thought, or thought of fears, thought of doubt, you are attracting an emotion. And this emotion it can be sadness, it can be depression. It can be a lot of things, you know. Every thought has a correspondent emotion, and every emotion is pushing to the action. So, for example, if you are thinking something sad, automatically you are feeling sadness. You understand? You are feeling sadness, or you're feeling anger, or you're feeling, all depends of the thought at the beginning. And then it will bring an emotion, in an action, you know? It just bringing an action. First, the body will react, because the body and your senses, your physical senses, are expressing what you are feeling within yourself, what the mind is doing. So it's expressing itself through the fifth sense. So you start crying, you start shouting, you start doing nonsense. And some of them, they are going to the suicide. The suicide is the action of an emotion corresponding to a thought, negative thought, or low vibration thought. So this is why mental health is here to help all the people, because mental health is not only didn't start in the period of COVID. During thousands and thousands years, hundred years, I can say more than 1,000. We are facing that. Why? We are still in war. And this is why we can see that there is no evolution. There's no evolution. Don't speak about the pandemic. There's another biggest pandemic, the hunger. The hunger is one of the biggest pandemics in the world. No one is paying attention to that. We say we don't have money, but we have money. We don't have money for education. We don't have enough money to feed the people, but we find the money to go in war. We find the money to go and create weapons against humanity. We found the money to kill our children. That has to change. But these people, we need to help them to understand who they are, that they are spirit, that they are capable to do a lot of things, that their thought and emotion are creative, that they are the master of their life. If they understand their real identity, they will never doubt, they will never have fear, they will never go to suicide. They will see that they are powerful, that they are they are an extension of the divine source. They will understand that they have everything within them. They just have to believe in them. And when you believe in yourself, you are just vibrating at a certain frequency. And when you are vibrating at this frequency, your life is changing. If you maintain yourself vibrating at this frequency, the frequency of what you are, of what you want, it will change the perception, it will change you completely. And you will have another vision. You will understand that you don't need to change the world. You have to change yourself. Because if everyone starts by that, it will change the whole world. So mental health clinic will help you to overcome your fears, your doubt, and all what is disturbing you in your life. You know, if we analyze the situation, we will discover that, first of all, there's a big lack of love. We are living this aggressivity because there's a big lack of love. love for yourself, love for the others. There's a lack of love somewhere. There's a cause to every effect. You understand? So if we also analyze deeply, and we are going deeper in the situation, yes, we are discovering that it's a big ignorance. There's a cause of ignorance of knowing yourself. If you don't know who you are, you will always feel attacked. You will see discrimination and all that. People, we have seen some, for example, it's just an example, when you see that some Black people were killed. So how do you think that the Black people will feel? How do you think when the Arab people will feel when they say, oh, the Arabs, they are all terrorists, that someone killed them? So it's a community touching the community. And that it's to create fears, to create trouble, to create doubt, to destroy the self of everyone. You understand? Because no one was teaching them the reality. Oh, if someone is judging you because of your color, because of your religion, because of that, just remind him that you are born exactly like him, that you are element of God, living in God, that you were formed in God and you are source of God and living in God. People are searching God like the fish is searching the ocean for the water. He cannot even imagine or see that he is element of this water. This is how the humanity is. So the humanity is not only stuck in the ego, but also stuck in ignorance of themselves, ignorance of their real identity. So mental health clinic is just amazing because it's helping you to just reveal and set free from your trouble. It will set you free. When you are speaking to the people, to our psychologists, or when you are sharing your experience with with others, you will discover that you are not the only one in the same situation. You understand? And you are starting a dialogue. And finally you try to find, you came as patient, you came as someone who needs help, and you discover yourself that you are helping the others because of your experience. And this is the beauty of our mental health. Our mental health, like our successful one, education, we have created it in different languages. For example, we have in English, and yes, Latino America, they speak in Spanish. So actually, we are trying to find the best people, the best psychologists with Spanish speaking, and then we can also do it for the Spanish community. I found two psychologists and experts in mental health, one in Egypt and another one in Jordan. Sorry. So it means that we can open our mental health in Arabic language for the Arabic community, and later probably in Punjabi. Or this is what we want to do, to touch all the community all over the world. We all have something to overcome. There's no one in this planet who is not fighting something, fighting negative thought, fighting something disturbing you. It can be your children, it can be your cat, that you have your mind always speaking and making noise and talking too much. But when you are you are going to, our mental health clinic is here to just help you to find the silence, the peace in your mind. And when there is no noise in the mind, there's no vibration in the heart, there's no bad action. You feel aligned with yourself. This is how you find peace in the silence. Listen, observe your thoughts in silence, observe your emotion, and you see that you will feel also yourself. Our mental health clinic is giving you the chance to heal yourself, is revealing you that you have everything within yourself, that you can heal yourself. You don't need anyone. You don't need anyone. Your love, your trust will heal you. Just accept it in silence and discover who you are. I believe I have answered, or maybe I'm talking too much.
You make it difficult for me to translate, but definitely very interesting.
Yes, you make a resume.
I resume it. A ver, la reina nos dice que la razón por qué empezó con la Clínica de Salud Mental era porque tuve que pasar por varias experiencias con amistades que tenían o problemas ellos mismos o tenían un hijo o una hija con depresión y hasta con tendencias de suicidio. Y como estábamos en pleno pandemia y no se podía salir, pues ella se puso en contacto con psicólogos y expertos en salud mental para poder ofrecer un servicio a esas personas rápidamente y poder ayudarles. Porque claro, hay situaciones que necesitas actuar rápidamente. Y desde ahí empezó la idea de poder llegar a más personas y ofrecerles la oportunidad de tener a alguien como un apoyo, alguien con quien hablar, alguien que les podían ayudar y 1 o 2 veces al mes tener esa oportunidad de hablar con un experto sobre lo que les estaba pasando y ayudarles a pasar por esos momentos tan traumáticos. Y no solamente sería para depresión, pero también para violencia de género, para cualquier caso de ansiedad y cualquier cosa que afecta la salud mental. Y al final, la reina nos dice que próximamente sí que habrá para Latinoamérica, porque sería de habla español, está buscando psicólogos y expertos en salud mental de habla español para poder ofrecer ese servicio. De momento está en inglés y quiere ampliar a otros idiomas. Entonces, español será el siguiente, después árabe y después indio. Y que cualquier persona que está interesado que se pongan en contacto para poder ayudar y ser voluntario en ofrecer ese servicio. Ahora vamos con la última pregunta de Yanira. No sé si estamos todavía con tiempo, Yanira. ¿Sí?
Sí,
vale.
Estamos en tiempo.
Gracias. Right, we shall be going to the last question, and I will ask it in Spanish first and then in English. Yanira decía que según las estadísticas nos enseña que un gran porcentaje de personas, alrededor de un 60% o más, van a una consulta con el psicólogo para hablar sobre temas referentes al amor. Esto indica que hay una tasa alta de carencia efectiva de amor. Y pregunta la posibilidad de incorporar una materia en el plan educativo que sería educación para el amor. ¿Existe la posibilidad de hacerlo y qué alternativa ofreces? So Yanira was saying that statistics show that there's a large percentage of people, around 60% or more, who go to a psychologist to talk about issues related to love, which shows that there is a high rate of lack of affection, lack of love. And Yanira asked if it is possible to incorporate the subject of education for love within the educational plan. And how would you think of making it a reality? Because for her, it would be very interesting. Your thoughts?
Yes, thank you, Yanira, for this question. We have already incorporated that. We have understood that the people have problem of lack of love. And this is why we have Dr. Kavita, who is a psychologist and teaching in Successful One Academy, the happiness, you know. So she's teaching happiness. When you are happy, you feel love. You understand? You have to love and all that. So you are enjoying the moment, and happiness is bringing love. So we have already incorporated that. So you sometimes you have some sick people. They have some disease, and they have cancer, or they have problems, or all that. So they started to just think, oh, I will die, I will die. I need help, I need to be healed and all that. But when you analyze the situation, and if you want really to heal all these diseases, just liberate them from their thoughts and emotions. You understand? So all the diseases that we are facing are created, are the expression of what you are thinking and what you are feeling. So before to really heal yourself, if you want the true healing, you need to heal your mind and heart, your emotion and thought. So yes, our psychologists, they are here to teach love. We are creating an education of love. Like we are creating an education of peace. Because remember, educated people are the ones who are building weapons against humanity. They are educated people, very smart. So education by itself is not enough, because this system of education is in failure. If we want to change the reality, to bring love, peace, unity, respect, we have to change our education. We have to change really our education and teach the education, give an education of peace, give an education of love, education of happiness, education of transformation, transformating completely your mind, your heart, your emotions, all that. And reveal when we are cleaning, when you are cleaning the mind and the emotions, you will discover that you have light. You have light deeper within yourself. You have true light. You have true love. So we need to clean the people. It's like reprogram completely the subconscious. All this paradigm, we have to change them. The one who is saying paradigm is saying program in the subconscious. If we analyze the subconscious, we will see the trouble. So if in your mind, this is why it's very important to give an education of peace and love to our children, because they're like a sponge. They are absorbing everything. And during their birth till their 7 or 8 years old, they are just absorbing. And what they are absorbing become the paradigm in the subconscious, become all the program that you have in your mind. So if your children were always fighting, so he's absorbing that. The baby is absorbing that. So the baby will reproduce exactly what you have seen because it became a program in his subconscious. So we need for our generation, our youth, to completely make a reset, like make a reset, reprogramming completely. But before to reprogram the subconscious and the mind, we need to clean it. You have to uproot all the trauma. Yes, I repeat it. It is painful. It is painful to uproot all your default, all the program, all this old paradigm. Yes, this is true. But this is the only way. This is the only way to have a new program in your mind, new laws in your mind, to realize the love. Our society has a lack of all the planet. Why? Because we grow up in the lack of love from our parents already. And our parents got that from their parents from generation on generation. So this is why you see some countries, they are still in war. You see other people, they are still fighting. A killer will always kill. Because even if you want to change his nature, he will kill one day again. He will reproduce. Why? Because this program is still in his subconscious. So this is important. If you want to change and bring love, the true love, you have first to remove and destroy all the hatred. It's like, love, hatred and love, they are in the same line, You have hatred here, you have love here. But before from the hatred to go there, you have to go through different process. And when you arrive at the middle, the element 0, neutral. Let's say that hatred is -20 and love is +20. So before to go to the 20 to love, you have to remove all the hatred first, find yourself in the indifference, because 0 is neutral, is indifferent. And from that moment, when you are completely empty from the old system, from the old thought, from the old paradigm, from the old program, then you can start building and going then towards love. Otherwise, it's impossible. This is why there's always failures. And this is why people are saying, oh, I am practicing the law of attraction and all that. Oh, law of attraction will never work. Never. Because something is missing. The vibration is missing. This is the first law. So before to vibrate at certain frequency, and especially love, you have to remove all what is disturbing you. And yes, it is painful. It is very painful. Yes. And it's sometimes a long process. But this is why we are here to help one another and spread love and make love understood by all the humanity, and it's not easy. Yeah. So I think we can translate. Yeah.
Thank you so much. La Reina Nadia nos estaba hablando sobre la pregunta que ha hecho Yanira. Sí que ya tienen dispuesto lo de la felicidad, que de momento en inglés, que está impartido por la doctora Kavita, que está enseñando todas las facetas de la felicidad y por qué es tan importante tenerlo. Y como has comentado, Yanira, es verdad que hoy en día hay una falta de amor, de afección. Y estaba comentando que los niños hasta los 8 años se están programando y todo lo que les pasa en la vida ya se ha programado hasta los 8 años. Y por eso es tan importante que enseñamos a nuestros hijos desde bebé, desde nacidos, sobre el amor, sobre el afecto, sobre por qué se tiene que querer a ellos mismos para poder ayudar al prójimo. Porque si uno no se quiere a uno mismo, le va a dar igual a la otra persona. Y también estaba diciendo que muchos hablan sobre la ley de atracción, pero olvidamos que lo más importante es la ley de vibración, que vibramos sobre nuestros sentimientos y atraemos sobre esa vibración. Dice, desde el amor hasta el odio hay procesos y desde el odio al amor hay procesos y se tiene que llegar a un punto cero donde ya tenemos que reconstruir todo desde cero, sacar todo que sea doloroso, transformarnos y que es un proceso, no es algo que ocurre de hoy para mañana. Tenemos que tener la capacidad de pasar por todo que sea traumático, pasar por dolor para poder elevar nuestra vibración. Y que a cambiar la educación, porque hoy en día la educación no está enseñando sobre amor ni emociones. Tenemos que mirar cómo podemos cambiar la educación para que esos temas sean importantes, tanto amor, salud, emociones y transformación para crear un mejor mundo. Espero que te haya ayudado, Yanira.
Sí, mucho.
Voy a decir gracias a la Reina. Thank you so much, Your
Thank you.
Highness Nadia. Thank you to everyone who has watched us, and I hope that we will be able to interview
¿No da
you
tiempo que
again.
yo pregunte nada?
Yolanda, si quieres la última pregunta, por favor.
Sí, sí, gracias. Gracias, Mila, gracias. Gracias, Nadia. Mira, yo quería preguntarte dos cosas lo más brevemente posible. Nosotros vemos que estás haciendo muchas actividades, que eres una gran líder y estamos orgullosos de que seas nuestra presidenta a nivel global. Como fundadora de Success World, pero y también de la Academia de Success World, de Success World One, y queríamos, hemos hablado en algún otro momento, de poder hacer extensiva todas estas cosas tan buenas, ¿verdad? Para todas las personas que se quieran unir a nosotros en Latinoamérica, para hispanohablantes, la Academia de Success World One, pero además, eso por un lado, tengo entendido que sí que esto va a ser posible, pero no sé cuándo. Y lo otro que quería decirte es, ¿cómo crees que desde Europa, porque llevamos la presidencia de Success World One aquí en España, y la doctora Mila de Europa, ¿cómo crees que podemos hacer ver más a Success World One y que dentro de las, ya no de las redes sociales, porque bueno, las redes sociales ya sabemos, pero de qué manera podemos implicar un poquitico más a las personas, digamos, que están a otros niveles, gobierno de España o ayuntamientos, no sé, los políticos en general, cómo podemos hacer ver que puedan colaborar también con Success World One para todos los hispanohablantes y bueno, para los españoles en general. ¿Sí? Esas serían mis dos preguntas.
Right, Your Highness. Yolanda has two questions. The first one is, when or how is Successful One Academy going to start being more for the Spanish-speaking community? Because until now it's been really with the English. And secondly, how are you going to incorporate that more governments form part of Successful One? And how can they actually help you to get your mission out there?
Thank you, Yolanda, for this question. First of all, I would love, a lot of people are asking me if when Successful One will teach in Spanish and all that. I just want to remind you, Yolanda, that our sister, Dr. Rosemary Sanchez, were teaching leadership, and you were not there. And Spanish people were not there. I created that in Spanish language, especially for the Spanish community, but they were not there. So, tell her that.
La Reina Nadia dice que ya había creado cursos, uno por la doctora Rosemary sobre liderazgo para la comunidad hispanohablante, pero que nadie se puso en la comunidad. Y por eso paró ese principio.
No para liderazgo, sino para aprender, por ejemplo, español, por ejemplo, otros sobre autoayuda o de emprendimiento, o de hacer tareas unidos con las personas de África. Por ejemplo, mi libro, o sea, la revista educativa medioambiental que yo le envío a tantos países de África y de India, ¿cómo podemos conectar eso con los hispanohablantes?
Colaboraciones, más bien, vale. Right, she was asking more about what other courses can be provided, for example, learning Spanish, how we can create collaborations. She says her magazine on the environment, how can we all collaborate together so that this really becomes a big thing?
Yes, this is very interesting. Yes, we are already making it. Now, you, Yolanda, you are the president of Successful One Spain. So you are a leader. Take action. Find the teachers. Do. Successful One doesn't belong to me. It belongs to all of you. It belongs to the world. Yes, I have created it. And then it belongs to you and to everyone. Because let me just remind you what means Successful One. Success of the world is unity. Let's become one voice in one body. We are the key to unlock the world. If everyone is just making his ideas in actions, you from Spain, you have some students you want to teach, please feel free to do it. Just call me and say, let's create this course. And we do it. Let's bring our children from Africa. Let's teach them Spanish. Then they will understand your books and all what you are teaching of the environment, because you are a brilliant scientist. You are a brilliant person, and your knowledge should reach all the world. So help me for that. Help me to teach what you want to translate, what you want to bring to the people. I will bring you my children from Africa, from India, and all that to learn. Help me and find the right teacher that will help us. Do it. I am open. In Successful One, we don't need followers. We don't need fans. We are creating leaders. Be a leader because you already want. Take actions. Because Successful One has a vision and perception. It's something divine. I cannot explain it here, but it's beyond this matter or the vision of a simple human being. So the visionary, when you look at successful one, you will see something different. You understand? Something different. So help me. You are part of my family, the family of the life. Please. If you don't understand that, you will never move and you will wait. We are people of light. We are here to change something. We are in mission. We are committed to love, to be loved, to love people and to spread love. This is what we are. And we will change the economy, we will change the education, we will change a lot of things. But I want my family to move with me. Please, Yolanda, you are a leader in Spain. Lead.
Tradúcenos, Mila, porque no me estoy enterando.
Vale, no, como dice la Reina Nadia, cada una de nosotras formamos parte de la familia Success World. Cada una de nosotros somos líderes y tenemos que tomar acción. Tenemos que tomar las riendas como presidentas cada una en lo que estamos puestos. Tenemos que dirigir y buscar otras personas que están dispuestos de empezar a crear la comunidad. No podemos esperar que la Reina Nadia nos trae gente. Ella traerá los niños que quieren aprender, las personas que quieren aprender. Pero cada una de nosotras ya estamos en la posición de enseñar algo. Dice, la plataforma está disponible. Tenemos que decidir qué queremos crear, qué queremos enseñar. ¿Quién conocemos nosotros que quiere apuntarse a esa misión de ella? Y empezar, pero tenemos que tomar acción. Yolanda, eres la presidenta de Success World España. ¿Qué quieres enseñar? Eres bióloga, científica. Empieza los cursos. Yanira, tú eres de Puerto Rico. Eres presidenta de Puerto Rico. Puedes enseñar sobre amor, sobre autoestima, lo que quieras. La Reina Nadia nos ofrece
una plataforma en español porque todo es en inglés, es por eso. Porque
se puede empezar.
Claro, es que yo, por ejemplo, mira, yo hago eso de presidenta de Success World, soy hace nada, un año, ¿no? Y antes de eso, desde que estaba en Success World solo como miembro, ya yo lo hacía, pero yo lo hago desde el año 2007. Desde el año 2007 yo envío mis revistas regaladas a todas esas escuelas y países, cada vez sumo más. O sea, yo lo hago, lo que pasa es que lo hago sola. Entonces yo lo que quiero, o sea, era como una colaboración de que a través de Success World se llegue a más países. Yo lo estoy haciendo a través de Success World, pero no desde una plataforma, ¿ves? Entonces, por eso es que quiero que haya una plataforma en español, pero no de liderazgo. A mí no me interesa que sea líder de nada.
De medio ambiente, puedes dar cursos sobre medio ambiente en español. Ya lo podrás hablar con ella, qué horarios y todo. I was saying that on the environmental science and all the biology and science that Yolanda knows about, that she puts herself in contact and you create a schedule that is good for the both of you so that you can start on the platform. And Yanira, who's good with self-love, with autoestima, with looking after oneself and anything to do with being in connection with oneself, that you can also do the courses in Spanish. And that way they start and find a way of growing the community.
Absolutely. We can work together like that. The platform is here. The platform, at the minute I open, you speak in every language you need. You just inform me and I tell you, okay, this is your link and this is what we are doing. You have your link and so you have your day, you have that, you have your link and you tell me you choose your day, you choose the hour, we bring the people, we invite the people and start. This is what we are doing. It can be in English, in Arabic, in Spanish, in Punjabi, in Zulu language. Doesn't matter. The platform is the same.
The importance is starting. Lo más importante es empezar. La plataforma ya está. Tienes todo que ya se transmite en YouTube. Solamente necesitáis concretar qué día, qué horario y cuándo para que la Reina Nadia se puede crear el enlace y poder preparar eso para cualquier persona que quiera formar parte de esta gran comunidad. Creo que Yanira ya hemos pasado de tiempo y vuelvo a dar la palabra a Yanira. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Yolanda, if you need anything, just call me in private. We make a schedule together and we speak. And if you need also anything, don't forget that I have chosen Dr. Mila as the president of Europe because she can speak different languages and she can help you also. So she's here to help you. I am here to help you. And you have your European president. So don't hesitate. She can speak your language and all that.
Cualquier cosa, Yolanda, la reina dice, le manda su mensaje a ella o a mí. Miramos qué disponibilidad hay y cuándo se puede empezar. ¿Vale?
Vale.
Muchas gracias. Yanira, adelante.
Adelante, Yanira.
Thank you. Gracias, Mira.
Adelante, Yolanda. Thank you very much.
Quería añadir dos cositas que, según lo que hemos estado hablando sobre la organización. En primer lugar, gracias porque es un honor para mí que se haya brindado esta hermosa entrevista, de verdad. Es un honor. Lo recibo con mucha gratitud, mucho amor. Y en segundo, que aquí también, tanto en Estados Unidos como Puerto Rico, conozco profesionales que sí se podría unir para hacer colaboraciones en el tema en español de psicólogo y en otro de educación también, que solamente es organizar y planificar qué tiempo de disponibilidad, como lo estaban explicando ahora. Y lo otro que quería preguntar sobre si personalmente esta servidora que quiera hacer una donación hacia la organización. De verdad me gustaría hacer mi aporte. Siempre lo he hecho con muchas aportaciones y más que yo llevo más de 6 años de una institución desde África que yo les digo que son mis niños adoptados, que siempre he aportado mensualmente por su educación, vestimentas y eso. Ellos me escriben en inglés y bueno, yo lo entiendo un poco, pero también me ayudan mis hijos. Y por esa parte, pues quería preguntar si eso se podría también de hacer un aporte a la organización.
Yanira, ya lo hablarás con la reina, que tiene muchos contactos y tal para poder trabajarlo. Queen Nadia, Yanira was asking about how people are able to do a donation to the orphanages in Africa or India, and I commented that she gets in contact with you and you can explain to her the different organizations that you collaborate with. And the other thing is that Yanira wants to say a big thank you. It's a great honor for her to be able to have you on her podcast, and that she hopes that you will come back again soon to explain how the project is going. And the other most important part is she's going to create a list of professionals, teachers, psychologists, and any subject that comes to her mind, so that we will be able to have a list of professionals to volunteer in the project and start creating that, the Spanish side.
Thank you. Yanira, muchas gracias. Es un placer estar aquí hoy para todos, para vosotros, con vosotros. soy muy orgullosa de mi familia Successful One a través del mundo. Soy muy orgullosa de la educación que tienen, que tienen los líderes de Successful One. Soy muy orgullosa de estar aquí, de ser aquí para apoyar todos en Latinoamérica, en Europa, India, África. Estamos una familia y unida, una familia unida. Si quieres hablar conmigo, llámame.
Okay.
Llámame. No hay un problema. Si quieres hablar conmigo de educación, puedo entender y hablar el español. Mi español no está perfecto, pero entiendo lo que dices. Okay. So, muchas gracias, Yanira. Muchas gracias a mi hermana Yolanda y la mejor Mila, nuestra hermana Mila. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Muchas gracias, Yanira. Muchas gracias, Yolanda.
Sí. Gracias a todas y bueno, y por la oportunidad. Muchas gracias, Your Majesty. Because you are very, very big crack. Y bueno, pues nada, seguimos en contacto, vamos a preparar las clases. Yo tengo varias clases ya preparadas, que he dado en otras plataformas que puedo utilizarlas. Y bueno, sobre la revista, mira, explícale que es que yo la hago desde hace muchos años y la dono gratuitamente a todos esos países y escuelas. Lo que quería era una plataforma para poder llegar a más, ¿ves?
En septiembre hablamos.
La plataforma está aquí, Yolanda. La plataforma, puedes utilizar la plataforma, ¿ok? Somos juntos para mejorar la vida de todos. Si quieres algún, por favor, llama a Mila o llámame. ¿Ok? Muchas gracias a todos.
Gracias.
Buenas tardes, buenas noches. Thank you very much.
Gracias a todas, de verdad, por haberse unido en este hermoso conversatorio. Muy agradecida, un abrazo desde Puerto Rico, tanto para España, Francia, y bueno, seguiremos transmitiendo el próximo viernes nuevamente por el programa Emprendedores por el Mundo Internacional, con nuevos invitados, y gracias, y que tengan un buen fin de semana y muchas bendiciones para todos. Gracias.
Gracias, Yanira. Bendiciones también para ti, a Puerto Rico y bueno, a la Reina Nadia también, y un besazo, Mila. Muchísimas gracias por la oportunidad de poder participar.
Gracias.
Merci beaucoup. Gracias.
Chao.
Chao.